Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Ebben with a WBZ News update. Our top stories: lawmakers in New Hampshire are considering two bills that will ban gender-affirming care for youths who identify as transgender. Now, the two bills are Republican-sponsored. One would ban gender transition procedures for minors relative to sex and gender in public schools and relative to the definition of conversion therapy. It would also prohibit trans students in grades K through 12 from using the bathrooms that align with their gender identities. Another bill would also define gender-affirming care as child abuse. Democratic lawmakers in New Hampshire have also put forward their own bill, which aims to protect access to gender-affirming care. For the second day in a row, Fairhaven police are searching for a missing woman. Anna Huggins was last seen near Manhattan Avenue yesterday morning. Her family told police she was out walking her dog. Animal control later found the dog, but no sign of Huggins. Police are asking people to check any home surveillance cameras they might have from 7 o'clock yesterday morning through today to see if they might have captured anything. A problem with a jackhammer has delayed the demolition of the Milton MBTA staircase. Crews were supposed to start work last night, but the equipment issue forced construction workers to leave early. One told WBZ the work will begin tonight. The decaying staircase has been closed for years now. Town leaders wanted it repaired, but the MBTA decided to take it down entirely instead. Shuttle buses will replace trolley service during the nighttime work. Well, the sun is out this Tuesday afternoon. It looks as though we'll be warming up a bit this week as well. Let's get a check of the next weather forecast with Wroblewski. Sarah?
Or storminess potentially. You know, we're in this up and down pattern, but you're going to notice while we have blue skies out there, there will be some clouds that begin to filter on in as we do have some moisture streaming in from the north. In fact, a few flurries could be linked to some of those clouds, but what you really notice when you step outside is the much colder air. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s today, but it doesn't feel like this. In fact, you have to factor in that wind out of the northwest, sustained about 15 to 20 miles per hour, and it feels like the 20s and 30s. So you need to dress in layers this afternoon. We will expect to see temperatures on the rise, but today slightly below average. We should be in the lower 40s for this time of year and likely going to get stuck in the 30s to the north. As we go through time, also watching for those clouds, may find a few coastal flurries later on this afternoon and evening. Could see some patchy coatings for the outer Cape, otherwise not much of an impact. And once again, we'll start off with a mix of sun and clouds for your Wednesday. As the clouds will increase, we'll watch for, again, some coastal showers. And the reason for showers is temperatures will be a little bit milder tomorrow, climbing back into the 40s. Fast forwarding towards Thursday, similar, will stay in the 40s, more clouds around. And again, we'll watch for a few rain, snow showers, but not much of an impact, especially as they fall during the day. So this evening, if you can, if the clouds haven't completely blurred out the sky conditions here, we are going to be watching as that full moon, which was officially full this morning, just passed. It rises tonight around 5:55. Otherwise, temperatures tonight, they're going to fall back into the 20s. Partly cloudy we'll go with. And tomorrow we'll see a mix of sun and clouds to start, but then thicker clouds as we go on through the day. But take a look at that. Temperatures back to where they should be for this time of year. Low to mid 40s to the north and west, mid 40s across parts of interior southeast Massachusetts. And if you're thinking about hitting the slopes, the snowpack is not as great in southern New England, but of course the mountains are definitely, and resorts are making some snow. Temperatures will be in the 40s, so not too bad out there. As for northern New England, look for those temperatures mainly in the 30s. Looking forward to the weekend. This is the next potential bigger storm system, and what we do know is that our storm track nearby for the weekend and into next week could potentially bring us some close calls. The question is the exact track and the timing. That's what we still have to figure out, and if we could see any local impacts. Yesterday, the storm system that was heading our way for the weekend was bringing in a good amount of rain and snow, but the latest information actually shows this storm making potentially more of a southerly track, and that could be more of a miss or a fringe impact. And so that's what we'll have to watch, as it still could get a little bit closer as we get towards that weekend. So look for partly cloudy skies on Friday. Saturday, we'll be watching for that storm potential. It's not a completely set in stone that it's on out of here, but we'll be watching for the chances as it does get a little bit closer. Nonetheless, on Sunday, we spring forward. We're looking at, of course, our sunset at 6:47. Sunsets, of course, come back at 8 o'clock as we head into mid-May. We are springing forward. That means you have to set your clocks ahead 1 hour at 2 a.m. And it's also a really good time to change the batteries in your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. Of course, as we take a look at the 7-day forecast, may not feel very much like spring today as temperatures are in the 30s, but we do climb back into the 40s, watching for the few chances of a shower or two. But for the most part, mainly quiet through the week until we'll be watching that potential storm system by the weekend.
I'm Paula Ebben. This has been a WBZ News Update.